I don't know why I'm like giving you this like really in-depth tour of all my stuff. Hello everyone, welcome to our playroom. I wanted to do like a playroom tour type thing just because I think it's really fun and interesting to kind of know what other people do, see what other people's spaces are like, just be able to see what they've done to be able to have their kids running around free. So up until this point, so they are 11 months now, we had a playpen which was 150 centimetres by 150 centimetres, and we had these jigsaw mats, and I would just like swap out all the toys that were in there and they would just be kind of loose in there. For the last 2 months of them being in there, so I would say from when they were 9 months, it was really difficult to keep them in because they just were pushing on the sides and they wanted to get out. They had started to take their first steps and it was just a bit of a, oh my God, they're gonna have to be free soon. What the hell are we gonna do? So I'll show you in a minute how the other side of this room looked. As you would have seen in other videos, we had these two bookcases on that wall with the sofa in front and then the TV over here. So we've got, at the moment, you can see that there is screws in the wall where the TV used to be. It is what it is. It's a house. This isn't Instagram or Pinterest. Like, it's not perfect, but it's how we are going to be able to manage having two babies running around, two toddlers very soon. So we moved the bookcases. The main thing that was kind of holding me off doing this at all, having the room set up in this way, was because the sofa overlaps our double doors which lead out into the conservatory, and I didn't want to have anything like closed off. However, having lived with it for about 3 or 4 weeks now, it's such a nice way of sectioning up the room. Even though it goes over the door, we still have access to one full door, and we can open the other door from the sofa, which is really helpful when the dog wants to go out constantly. I am really, really happy with the room setup. So we've got the sofa opposite the TV on the TV unit, which is not secured to the wall. What we did instead was we got a fireplace guards type thing. It's called a baby Dan, and I'm pretty sure like you're meant to just connect it all together and then it's like a pen for kids. But what we've done is we've connected it to the wall. So it's secured to the wall. They hang off of it all the time and it's really secure. They can't get in, they can't pull it off. I feel very confident that the TV and the unit are safe from being pulled over. And we have a rug area with a sofa. They're not big enough, they're not tall enough to get onto the sofa yet, but we are practicing like teaching them how to get down when we bring them up and like swing their legs around and be like feet first, like, and then, you know, that type of thing. So that's what we're doing at the moment. We've also got a fireplace guard on, not a fireplace guard, a radiator cover on the radiator. So that's tucked away. I have noticed that Mrs. Girl is able to reach the top, so she can tiptoe, pull, stretch as far as she can, and she can pull things down. You can only really have a coffee and it can be right at the back, nothing else on there when the kids are down here, which is a shame because I would like to be able to have a bit more storage in here, and I will talk about that in a minute because I have thought of a couple of ways that we're going to be able to have a bit more like functional storage and also make the room feel a bit prettier, because at the moment it still feels really bare. But I have plans and I'm excited to talk about them. So, bookcase number 1. I have a what's it called? Baby-proof latch thing down there. And the placement of that was really key because the doors, it's only an IKEA, I don't even think it's Hemnes, I think it might even be a Billy, or it might be a Hemnes, I can't remember, but basically it's an IKEA bookcase, like it's not massively sturdy, so the doors, if you pull the door from underneath, like it does sort of like start bending, so we had to have the latch quite low down. So in here we have this section, which you can see is all of their toys and books, which I call supervised only. These are things that we get out and we put back once we are no longer in the room. They love destroying their books, so I am really keen on keeping them as nice as possible. You know, I mean, a lot of the books are secondhand charity shop ones anyway, but others have been gifts, and I really want to keep them really nice. And there are other things like these cups, which are great, and they're really good at playing with them on their own, but I don't want to lose any of them. So at the end of the day, or you know, the end of the time that we're playing together, I put them all back and they stay in here. Underneath, we actually have my storage of stuff, because I really wanted, because this is a kids area, I wanted it to have like their stuff on show and look quite pretty. So that's what I've done. And then underneath we have things that we don't use all the time and are quite like spare things. So we've got spare coffee mugs, hot chocolate, straws, like my serving plates and bowls, fancy glasses, shot glasses, extra mugs, and some alcohol. And then on top we have spare nappies, and we have a box of muslins, and we have this box, which is, I call like the grab bag for like changing. So it's literally Sudocrem wipes, Milton wipes just in case, and nappies. And then I just top this up whenever it's like got one or two left. I just top it up with a few more from here, and then whenever we need to change, we just grab this, grab the changing mat, and then we're done. And then this little one has one lonely bib, but I'm really happy with how this is set up. So we have another bookcase and then a table, which I will show you now. So this bookcase does have more of our stuff in it, more like our nice things to look at type stuff. So I'll just show you what's in here. At the top we have these are called busy books or something like that, and they have lots of like sensory things in them. The kids got this for Christmas and they absolutely love it. It keeps them entertained for so long. We plan to only bring these out like when we go places, so that they kind of don't remember it and are more entertained. It keeps them entertained for longer because they're not bored. Then I have my, this is my little banana and corn people. They were actually my nan and granddad's, and I love them. They are absolutely battered to hell, but they were in my nan and granddad's bookcase for the whole time that they were alive and that I remember, and I love them, so I'm really happy that I have them now in my house in my bookcase. Then we have a couple of books. So these three are actually Ed's, but this one is mine, Hamilton, the Revolution book, and it's all about the musical and like behind the scenes and stuff, and like excerpts from the script and everything, and I love it, and that was a gift, and it's like perfect gift for me. I actually got rid of all my books. I know it sounds mad, but I did. I got rid of all of them because I got them all on my Kindle. I realised I don't need a physical copy, and it opened up so much space. I don't know why I'm like giving you this like really in-depth tour of all my stuff, but this is like a little photo book I made years ago. And then this is a print that my mother-in-law got me. She knows I love bees and bee print stuff. She got this for me when she was on holiday, and I framed it because I just love it. It's so pretty. And then we have some medals here, which these are mine and Ed's like running achievement medals things, some half marathons. We've done a few between us. And then this is actually my nan's old jewellery box, which has all of my like keepsake stuff in there, like little memories and stuff. There's no jewellery in it, in case anyone was wondering. And then down here we actually have, these are the remnants of a Lego Statue of Liberty. Yeah, that I got in New York that I had made up, but my dog destroyed. Then we have our lovely collection of records. All of our lovely things. We've got some London Grammar, Fatboy Slim, Sam, Fender, Florence and the Machine, Red Hot Chili Peppers. Who else have we got? Nothing But Thieves, Royal Blood, Rolling Stones, Marion's Trench. And then underneath we just have stuff like games, napkins, candles, and then also some of my embroidery bits, which I really do want to get back into. So that's that cupboard. So down here is their sensory table, which we haven't used yet because they still put everything in their mouth. So I'm quite nervous about using it for things like sand and stuff like that, because I'm nervous that they're just going to eat it. So I need to find some food grade sand type thing for them. I was thinking of using it for water. I think maybe I'll try that tomorrow because my brother's coming over. So maybe like that's a 2-person job. We'll put some towels out and put some things in, and they can like fish out some things, I don't know. And then underneath I've got these baskets which actually are my brother-in-law's, and he left them. He said, oh, can you look after these while I'm at uni? I'm like, yeah, sure. And we have taken them every single house move we've done, and now they are ours. Well, they're not ours, they are the kids, so thanks Uncle Tom. In these I put their toys that they play with. So this literally is emptied out, tipped over, thrown around all day, and then at the end of the day I just chuck everything that's on the floor that's not meant to go up into the bookshelves. I just chuck it in here and chuck it underneath, or if I'm tidying up I put it on top. And then they've also got these beanbag chairs, which is so cool. I'll link these below because they have other options as well, like a sofa and like other things, but these are so cool. Mrs. Girl is not a fan right now, but I think she just doesn't really understand that she can get out, whereas Mr. Man, he loves it. He will just sit in and he will like pop himself out, and he'll sit in and he'll pop himself out for ages. These are something that I wanted them to have because I thought it'd be nice to have like a cozy place to be, also something to like climb over. Got these mats, which again I'll link below because they were the cheapest way of us filling out the whole floor without it costing an absolute bomb. It was a really good investment, this floor. So they're currently down for their second nap, and what I like to do is to have something like ready for them to play with. So I've set up their blocks and little things, and then there's this, and there's another bit missing to this. I think it's underneath the TV unit. We've got these baskets and they've all got different things. When I'm cleaning, I just organise it into soft toys, teething stuff, and then anything that's not either of those. Just for my sanity. They don't care. I don't have to. So this table does have stools with it, but they're a bit too big for the stools at the moment, and they've recently got very interested in those stools by pushing them along the floor because it makes a noise on this bit. We haven't filled out the gaps yet, we will, but that's a fun little thing that they do. We are like doing like dedicated time where I can teach them how to sit on the stool and get off, but at the moment they are interested in picking up and throwing, which is not safe. So the stools are in the conservatory right now. So this is the living area of the living room. We have this baby Dan, as I was talking about. It's really, really good. It was quite expensive. I believe it's now even more expensive on Amazon. And we keep their bumbo seats, which they're gonna have to like stop using very soon. Their bumbo seats behind there because it's a good place for them to be. Anyway, so we keep them behind there, and we have behind here, we've got the Xbox, the Switch, all of that. We can get into these cupboards. These have like Xbox games and stuff like that in them, and like any cables and TV related things. This is the sofa. Is this interesting? Who knows? But this is a great area for us because before we had the playpen in front of the sofa, which the TV was then in front of that. So it didn't really feel like we were sectioning the room, but now with it this way around, even though it's slightly in front of the door, it doesn't actually feel like it's closing off the room because it is so bright and the light, it lets in so much light. It still feels like the room is really open. Now, it looks so bare. So what I'm gonna do, I will show you in B-roll form whilst I explain what I plan to do. So we have loads of leftover wood from the benches project, and what we're going to do is make a shallow like picture frame shelf type thing that's going to go along this wall, and it's going to go, I'm pretty sure I want it to go literally from one side to the other, like touching. It might be a little bit of a gap. The other thing I want to do is get a nice big plant. I'm a really bad plant parent, so I think I'm going to have to go like high-end artificial. If anyone has any suggestions, that would be super, super good. I'd love that. And the other thing I want to do is put a couple of short shelves with some more plants, probably some like cactus or something, but also the opportunity to just like have one shelf free where if I'm coming in with a cup of coffee, I just lean around, put it on the shelf, and then come into the room. Sometimes there's a child in the way of the gate, so you can't open the gate, you have to go over the gate. And if you've got food or you're holding a cup of coffee or something, it just screams disaster, and I don't want that. So what I'm thinking is putting some corner shelves, either like straight edge, so they're kind of like triangle, or like a softer, rounder type of shelf in that corner there. I think it will work. I don't have any reservations about it. I think it's probably going to be super easy to do. But yeah, we've got some holes in the wall that I want to cover, and I'd like to be able to put some more pictures up and just have it feel a bit more homey. At the moment, to me, it just feels quite bare because everything is white, and I want some colour and I want some fun things. Apart, obviously, the kids' side of the room is like really colourful, but I want to just make it a little bit more grown up in this living room area. The other thing we're going to do is put a pegboard in between the bookcases, which is going to hold like crafty things, which is going to be nice because I've got a lot of crafty things, and it'd be quite nice to put that on show. Out of reach for the kids. Eventually I know they'll be able to stand on the table, but that won't be for at least another year. I'm not too worried about that right now. Then we'll be able to probably cover up the screw holes and stuff that's in the wall from the TV, where the TV was. But yeah, I can hear my children now, so I'm gonna go. Thanks for hanging out, and I hope you've enjoyed this like living room / playroom tour, and I will keep you updated with all the other things that I'm gonna do, because I just love this sort of stuff. I love knowing what other people are doing in their house, and because I'm nosy, I really enjoy like the creative side of it. So anyway, hope you've enjoyed, and yeah, see you in the next video. Bye.